Hello, welcome to my week 32 pregnancy update. Feeling like I'm really on the home straight now with only 8 weeks to go. Well, Frankie was born at 39 weeks, so you wouldn't know how long I have left. But yeah, still all very positive. A little bit uncomfortable now. I don't really enjoy this last few weeks because I get quite uncomfortable and I find it quite hard to sleep. But look, it's still minor stuff and, shouldn't really be complaining even though I am. What have I got to tell you about this time? So I'll start with exercise. So exercise still going very well. I started pregnancy yoga this week on a Monday night in Portlaoise. I wanted to do something that was just for me, so that was the best thing to do because obviously being a qualified fitness instructor, going to other people's classes can be a bit strange sometimes, but I'm not a yoga instructor, so I like to go to yoga. It helps me to kind of quieten the mind a little bit and relax because I don't relax that easily. So I'm doing that on a Monday night. I'm teaching my second round of pregnancy fitness classes on a Wednesday night. That's going really well, lovely group again. And then in between all that, myself and Frankie are hitting the roads with the buggy, and I'm getting to do my own little bit of exercise here in the house, usually in the mornings before the day gets going. So all going really well. I haven't ran in about 2 weeks, I think, but I'm not writing it off yet. I'm not saying I'm finished. I'm actually going to try and get out and go for a run this weekend and see how it feels. If it doesn't feel good, I'll just stop and go back to walking instead, but going to give that a try. Food wise, I'm probably finding I'm needing to eat a little bit more often now, a good bit more snacking over the last few weeks. Just that's the way it is for me towards the end, but I'm still trying to stick to kind of my healthy snacks. So I'm having a lot of homemade granola and brown bread, probably upping the carbs a good bit more and things like that. But otherwise, still eating very well. I'm still suffering from heartburn and indigestion, particularly at night, which is one of the reasons I'm finding it hard to sleep. So I'm kind of having to be careful with things that I eat and drink, but that's kind of normal at this stage too. What I am doing at the minute now is starting to put together a kind of a list of freezable meals. So basically this weekend or next weekend I'm going out to buy a chest freezer, which we don't have. We just have the bottom half of the normal tall fridge here. But I want a chest freezer because what I want to do for the last kind of 2 or 3 weeks before I'm due is get loads of freezer meals, loads of dinners ready for myself and Dermot and Frankie, so that I don't even have to think about it after the baby for at least a month, so I can literally just go every evening and pull a dinner out of the fridge. So putting together freezer meals, using some of the recipes from my online courses, taking recipes from some other cookbooks that I like, and also asking anybody else to send me nice recipes that they use as well, if anyone has them. I'll probably be sharing that in my private pregnancy group. I probably won't put those things up on my normal Facebook page. So just as always, if you are pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant and you want to know more about pregnancy fitness, that private pregnancy fitness group is there on Facebook, and just give me a shout by sending me a private mail on Facebook to join that. There's no fee to join or anything like that. On that actually, I'm winding down work-wise. I've nearly finished up with all my personal training clients, and I just have a couple of classes going, and the online course is obviously still going for another 6 weeks. But while I'm winding down, I'm actually preparing for what's next. Unfortunately, there's no such thing as full maternity leave when you're self-employed, but I'm hoping to get as much of my work ready now before I have the baby, so that I don't have too much to do after it comes. And the plan is at the minute to do a 8 or 10 week, I haven't decided yet, 10-week course for a general health and fitness course online in January. So that'd be for anybody. It's not pregnancy or post-pregnancy specific. It's anybody who's looking to get fitter and healthier. And I'm looking at doing more mindset stuff with that this time too. If you are not already on my mailing list, pop over to my website, www.fitwithbrie.ie. When you enter the website, there's a pop-up. I know they're annoying, those pop-ups, but they're actually handy rather than having to search to input your details. You literally put your details into the pop-up, and anytime I have any new stuff going on, you'll get an email to let you know. And there's no spam mail. I don't have time to be putting together a whole load of crap to be sending out. So it's literally just updates about what's coming up. In addition to that course, what I'm really excited about putting together is a, still again undecided, 4 to 6 week post-pregnancy specific course. So this would be a course designed for new mothers who are looking to get back into fitness but need just that little bridge between, post-pregnancy and getting into the real heavy fitness stuff. So this is going to be kind of about recovery, repairing the body, looking at any post-pregnancy issues that might be there, like diastasis or weak pelvic floor or anything like that. So I'm working on that, and I'll definitely keep people updated on that, because I think that's going to be a really nice course, and we'll have a lovely support group for that as well. That's it really on that. I wanted to talk a little bit today, just something I've been thinking about recently, about presents. I just thought it would be nice to talk about advice for presents to bring to second time mothers. Okay, now some of these things apply to first time mothers as well, but just from my own perspective, things that I would like. I think the first time around, because so like it's all open, is it going to be a boy or if it's going to be a girl, it doesn't really matter. And then when you have it, you bring clothes, and like I loved all the clothes that I got for Frankie. But I think the second time around, what happens is, if you have the same sex baby, so say if you have a boy and you have another boy, you tend to have an awful lot of stuff, and while clothes are appreciated, you probably don't need them as much second time. If you have a boy and you have a girl the second time, well, I suppose maybe it's just me, but I would be like, I'm totally capable of buying plenty of clothes for a girl myself. If I have a girl, I'll probably lose it. I'll lose the run of myself. So I think maybe clothes are probably not as not to sound ungrateful, but they're just not as probably good an idea for a present the second time around as they would have been the first time around. That's not to say you don't bring them, but just to give you other ideas. So I suppose the first thing I would say is visit. That's the first thing anyway, because I think I hear from a lot of women that the second time they have a baby, or with their second baby, they don't get as many visitors. And while I think personally in the first couple of weeks this time, I probably won't be inviting as many people to come and visit me, just because I'd like to get Frankie used to having the baby and around the place, and I'd like to get kind of established. I'm going to try and feed again this time, and I want to get established with that. And I just think the whole juggling a toddler and feeding needs a little bit of work before you start piling people in on top of you. But once you are set up like that, I would definitely, especially because I'm having a winter baby, I definitely want visitors, and I want visitors to come and bring me news and just tell me about what's going on in the outside world, because I just feel like you'll be totally like isolated otherwise with two small babies. And that's where you can get into dodgy waters in terms of what's going on up here, because you can feel like, you can just feel like you're totally on your own and stuff. So visit and bring news. That's my first piece of advice. Second, I suppose, would be bring food. Bring food, okay? I try to do this when I'm visiting other mothers. For the last couple of weeks, I've had a few people to visit, loads of new babies actually, with friends of mine. And what I've done is I've brought a little tub of homemade granola. Now, I'm a little bit of a Susie homemaker, but don't have to cook your own granola, but just nice healthy snacks, like things like this. The Happy Pear do a nice granola. You can pick that up in Super Value. Fresh brown bread. Pop into a cafe when you're on your way up to whoever you're visiting. Bring coffee, bring fresh brown bread. Personally, I prefer when people are visiting me that they don't bring me crap, okay? Because I will be on, that's just me. I'll be on my journey back to getting back my pre-pregnancy, figure and feeling and everything. So I don't particularly love to get, a box of indulgent cupcakes. Well, once in a while is fine, but not kind of constantly. So if you can pick up a kind of a healthy snack or a healthy food, that would be much appreciated, I think, by most new mothers, because it's just hard to get anything made. And when you go to visit somebody, don't wait for them to make it. When you go to visit someone with a new baby, don't wait for them to make tea or coffee. It's the one time where you are definitely allowed to go, will I go in and stick on the kettle? Because usually the mother, especially if she's feeding herself and can't hand over the baby to you, she'll usually be very appreciative if you'll go and make the bloody coffee, because it's just so much effort. What next? Oh yeah, another thing. Last time when I came home from hospital with Frankie, my very good friend Mary, who's a hairdresser, came to my house, and she curled my hair. Yeah, she curled my hair, and it lasted for 2 or 3 days. It was lovely. It was just lovely to not feel like I needed to do anything with it. Obviously, you can't go curling everyone's hair when you visit them, but if you a hair voucher or a voucher to go to the beautician or something like that, that's always well appreciated. And I think hand in hand with that has to go with it is a babysitting voucher. So if you can bring them a hair voucher and say, yeah, and I'll actually mind your baby while you go to get your hair done, that would be well appreciated. I'm only talking a blow dry. You don't have to give them the voucher for the full, full set highlights or anything like that. But yeah, that would be much appreciated. Definitely in my house anyway. I don't know how I feel about this. I've been reading a lot about people, needing to bring a present for the older sibling. Don't know how I feel about that. I don't necessarily think that Frankie needs to be getting a present from everybody. I think I'll have explained to him that, the baby will bring him a present, and that people will bring the baby a present. Maybe I'll feel differently. Maybe he'll lose the plot when the baby's getting presents and he's not. But yeah, no, I don't know if I feel like, some people say you should bring the sibling a present. I'm not sure about that myself. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh yeah, my last thing. I picked up this book recently at a talk that Alison Canavan was doing at an event I was at in Dublin. It's called Minding Mom, It's Time to Take Care of You. And I just thought it was an absolutely lovely book and a lovely gift to bring a new mother. It's just kind of some practical advice on looking after yourself after you become a mother, because you can get so caught up in the whole show of looking after baby that you kind of forget that if you don't look after you first, you're useless to baby and to anybody else. So it's a lovely book with very practical tips, and I'd highly recommend bringing that for a new mother as well. And I think she would appreciate it too. It'd kind of be a good thing to get her head stuck into, to kind of just to remind herself that she's still her and she still deserves to look after herself too. So that's about it really. As I mentioned, you have it's my phone ringing, I'm sorry. As I mentioned, you have anyone that wants to join the private pregnancy group on Facebook just needs to give me a shout on Facebook. And otherwise, if you want to be kept up to date of the January courses, so that 8 or 10 week course and that 4 or 6 week course, whichever they're going to be, will be all starting in January. There will be nothing from here until then. But if you do want to be kept updated about it, make sure that you leave your details on my website so that you get that email letting you know what's coming up. And as always, hope you liked the video, and if you have any questions, feel free to give me a shout. Thanks very much. Bye.